fisherman used to go out all day fishing, and one day as he sat on the shore with his rod, looking at the shining water and watching his line, all on a sudden his float was dragged away deep under the sea, and in drawing it up he pulled a great fish out of the water. The fish said to him, "Pray let me lead. I'm not a real fish. I'm an enchanted prince. Put me in the water again and let me go." "Oh," said the man, "they need not make so many words about the matter. I wish to have nothing to do with a fish that can talk. So swim away as soon as you please." Then he put him back into the water, and the fish darted straight down to the bottom and left a long streak of blood behind it. When the fisherman went home to his wife in the ditch, he told her how he had got a great fish, and how it had told him it was an enchanted prince, and that on hearing it speak, he had let it go again. "They do not ask it for anything," said the wife. "No," said the man. "What should I ask for?" "Oh," said the wife, "we live very wretchedly here in this nasty, stinking ditch. Do go back and tell the fish we want a little cottage." The fisherman did not much like the business. However, he went to the sea, and when he came there the water looked all yellow and green, and he stood at the water's edge and said, "O man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plug of my life, that sent me to beg a boon of thee." Then the fish came swimming to him and said, "Well, what does she want?" "Oh," answered the fisherman, "my wife says that when I had got you, I ought to have asked you for something before I let you go again. She does not like living any longer in the ditch, and wants a little cottage." "Go home then," said the fish. "She is in it already." So the man went home and saw his wife standing at the door of the cottage. Come in," said she. "Is not this much better than the ditch?" And there was a parlour and a bedchamber and a kitchen, and behind it there was a little garden with all sorts of flowers and fruits, and a courtyard full of ducks and chickens. "Oh," said the fisherman, "how happily we shall live." "We will try to do so at least," said his wife. Everything went right for a week or two, and then Alice said, "Husband, there is not room enough in the cottage. The courtyard and garden are should like to have a large stone castle to live in. So go to the fish again and tell him to get us a castle. Wife, said the fisherman, I don't like to go to him again, for perhaps he will be angry. We ought to be content with a cottage. No sense, said the one. He will do it very willingly. Go along and try. The fisherman went, but his heart was very heavy. And when he came to the sea, it looked blue and gloomy, though it was quite calm, and he went close to it and said, O man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plug of my life, it sent me to beg a boon of thee. Well, what does she want now? Said the fish. Oh, said the man very sorrowful, my wife wants to live in a stone castle. Go home then, said the fish. She is standing at the door of the castle already. So away went the fisherman, and found his wife standing before a great castle. See, said she, is not this grand? With that, they went into the castle together and found a great many servants there, and the rooms all richly furnished, and full of golden chairs and tables. And behind the castle was a garden and a wood half a mile long, full of sheep and goats and hares and deer. And in the courtyard were stables and cow-houses. Well, said the man, now will we live contented and happy in this beautiful castle for the rest of our lives. Perhaps we may, said the wife, but let us consider and sleep upon it before we make up our minds. So they went to bed. The next morning, when Dame Alice awoke, it was broad daylight, and she jogged the fisherman with the apple, and said, Get up, husband, and bestir yourself, for we must be king of all the land. Wife, wife, said the man, why should we wish to be king? I will not be king. Then I will, said Alice. But wife, answered the fisherman, how can you be king? The fish cannot make you a king. Husband, said she, say no more about it, but go and try. I will be king. So the man went away quite sorrowful, to think that his wife should want to be king. The sea looked dark, grey, calm, and was covered with foam as we cried out, O man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plug of my life, had sent me to beg a boon of thee. Well, what we should have now, said the fish. Alice, said the man, my wife wants to be king. Go home, said the fish. She is king already. I say I will be emperor? Oh, wife, replied the fisherman, the fish cannot make an emperor, and I should not like to ask for such a thing. I am king, said Alice, and you're my slave, so go directly. So the fisherman was obliged to go, and he muttered as he went along, this will come to no good, it is too much to ask. The fish will be tied at last, and then we shall repent of what we have done. They soon arrived at the sea, and the water was quite black and muddy, and a mighty whirlwind blew over the end. But he went to the shore and said, O man at the sea, come listen to me, for hell is my wine, the plug of my light, and send me to beg a boon of thee. What would she have now, said the fish. Said the fisherman, she wants to be emperor. Go home, said the fish. She is emperor already. So he went home again, and as he came near he saw his wife sitting on a very lofty throne made of solid gold, with a great crown on her head full 2 yards high, and on each side of her stood her guards and attendants in a row, each one smaller than the other, from the tallest giant down to a little dwarf no bigger than my thing. And before her stood princes and dukes and earls. And the fisherman went up to her and said, What? Are you emperor? Yes, said she. I am emperor. Oh, said the man, as he gazed upon her, what a fine thing it is to be emperor. Husband, said she, why should we stay at being emperor? I will be pope next. Oh, wife, wife, said he, how can you be pope? There is but one pope at a time, and Christendom. Husband, said she, I will be pope this very day, but, replied the husband, the fish cannot make you pope. What nonsense, said she. If he can make an emperor and make a pope, go and try. So the fisherman went, but when he came to the shore the wind was raging, and the sea was tossed up and down like boiling water, and the ships were in the greatest distress and danced upon the waves most fearfully. In the middle of the sky there was a little blue, but towards the south it was all red, as if a dreadful storm was rising. At this the fisherman was terribly frightened and trembled, so that his knees knocked together. But he went to the shore and said, O man at the sea, come listen to me, for hell is my wife, the plug of my lot, that sent me to beg a boon of thee. What does you want now? Said the fish. Oh, said the fisherman, my wife wants sitting on a fruit that was 2 miles high, and she had 3 great crowns on her head, and around stood all the pomp and power at the church, and on each side were 2 rows of bony cloths of old sauces, the greatest as large as the highest, and biggest tower in the world. And the list no larger than a small rushlight. Wife, said the fisherman as he looked at all his friend, I a pope? Yes, said she, I am. Well, wife replied, it is a grand thing to be pope, and now they must be content, for it can be nothing great. I will consider that, said the wife. Then they went to bed, but damn Alice could not sleep all night for thinking what she should be next. At last morning came and the sun rose. I thought she, as she looked at it through the window, cannot I prevent the sun rising? At this she was very angry, and she wakened her husband and said, Husband, go to the fish and tell him I want to be lord of the sun and moon. The fisherman was half asleep